Even without the hype and expectations coming from everybody, that's tough one. Tough one. We felt like we're in good position to win the ball game. Obviously, go out at half and keep playing the way we were in the first half. I'm speaking defensively, but they made some plays, and if we want to take the next step, then we can't let that stuff happen.
Never get any step. They made plays. Was that adjustment based? Maybe take me inside that execution or lack thereof.
Well, once they got the momentum, we couldn't stop. They had a block punt for a touchdown. The momentum kept rolling. They were moving the ball a little bit better on offense that they weren't able to do in the first half. They made some adjustments, and we were not able to execute right. And I think penalties hurt us too. And from there, we just couldn't stop their momentum.
Not a good day anyway for the offense, but in the second half, it ended up you guys did not get a stop on defense. They got the special teams TV, but they went 4 for 4 with scoring drives. Any explanation for how it turned at halftime?
They made adjustments. Like I said, and they were moving the ball. A couple of those third downs were penalties, like I just mentioned. And obviously when you're going through a big game like this and trying to go through on third down and penalties and stuff like that happen, you got to stop the bleed, and we weren't able to do that.
Mike, with what you guys did last year, you're going to get everybody's best. Do you feel that already week one? I mean, they're down like that, and then for them to do that to you in the second half, obviously it's huge for them.
This is the National Football League. We're going to get everybody's best regardless. It doesn't matter if you went to the AFC Championship game or not. You're going to get everybody's best. So hearing that, especially coming from the media, is not that doesn't make sense to us because, we're going in the game to win the football game, and we know that was a good football team. And like I said, second half we couldn't stop the bleeding. And, the NFL's the games is about momentum, and we weren't able to stop it.
Jordan, what do you think of that whole idea? I mean, expectations get higher, and games, sometimes it gets tougher. But he's saying it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. I mean, this is he said it perfect. This is the NFL. You're gonna get the best players every week. Today their defense played better than our defense, and that's how I see it. Our defense didn't create enough turnovers. I believe their defense took the ball away twice with the special teams touchdown. We got to do better on our side of the football to figure out ways to get our offense in better position to score points.
Jordan, before you came in, Michael was asked about the expectations from outside the organization in terms of for this season and what this team can do. In your mind, was there anything to that? Did you guys read any of those press clippings and think about that at all coming into this game?
I mean, we understand we're a good football team, and we understand we're a better football team than what we showed today. So it's the best thing that we can do is learn from our mistakes today and continue to grow as a football team. We got a lot of football left in the season. This is week one. Almost, I don't want to go into it. It almost seems like y'all make it seem like we lost the Super Bowl or something. That was a good football team, and we didn't play well enough to win. But the best thing that we can do now is watch the tape tomorrow and learn from it and bounce back next week.
Micah, you said that once Pittsburgh got the momentum, you guys couldn't stop them. When did you feel like the pendulum swung and it changed?
I'm not sure exactly. I got to watch the film to really see. That's I'm sure I'll get to the tape today and be able to watch it and figure out what was going on, especially defensively. I can't speak for the offense and special teams, but there was if I remember correctly, there was a long third down. They threw a go ball down the sideline, threw a flag. That got them the first down. And I feel like there was a couple more flags that were thrown out there that was kind of hurt us. And like I said, couldn't stop the bleeding.
Jordan, you said that it's one thing. You just didn't feel like you played your best game. You guys have a better game in you. Is it more frustrating when you lose a game thinking that you didn't play your best? As opposed to if you went out there and played what you felt was your best and you lose the game, it is what it is, right?
I feel like when you lose, I don't know. It almost feels like you can never really play your best when you lose against the football game, No game's ever going to be perfect out there, but when I say played our best, we didn't find one way to take the ball away. And that is, to me, I think that was the difference in the game right there. And it's just something that we got to continue to continue to do in practice throughout the week. And we got to find where our offense is. They're skilled, man. We got to find ways to get them the football back and in scoring positions, and that's just something that we didn't do today.
Jordan, I guess to follow that then, I mean, do you feel like maybe you guys did a lot to beat yourselves today?
That's a good football team. They found ways. They found holes in the defense. They continue to put pressure toward in the second half, and like I said, those takeaways that we didn't come up with, I think those are the game changers.
Both as captains.
The crowd really helps the defense. The way the crowd was today, you really needed takeaways because they make that possible.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and if we were to find a way to get a takeaway, who knows where the momentum would have swung. And like Micah said, man, you could just start to feel that momentum start to shift in that game. And so we were trying to find ways to stop the bleeding. And it's a good football team, like I said, and they just kept going on us.
How do you make sure, like both of you actually, as captains of this team especially, that this doesn't happen again? You go out next week, go to Miami, your first road game, this doesn't happen again.
Win or loss is another team's waiting for you the next week. It's a challenge each and every week, and that's what we get paid to do: is win or loss. Be back in the lab the next day and get your body right, get your mind right, start the film prep for the next team, and go from there.
Micah, you mentioned all the adjustments they made once the game started, but there were also a lot of unknowns about this offense going into the game. So how was that a factor?
It's always a factor week one. Obviously I'm not going to show a lot of their plays in the preseason. They're going to hold back. Same thing for us defensively. We're going to hold back a little bit. So when we went out there, I don't think that they really showed anything that was out of the blue. We felt like stuff that they even had in the past and preseason stuff like that. They continued to run that stuff, and we executed well in the first half. And like I said, second half just weren't able to stop the bleeding.
I know you guys are busy doing your jobs in the secondary, but did you have any thoughts on how Ed Oliver looked? It seemed like he had some pretty impactful plays in the run defense, and especially early.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. It's hard. Ed is Ed. It's hard for us to see back there what's going on up front while the play's happening. So
Better not be watching Ed.
Yeah, obviously, when we watch the tape tonight, we'll see more of what a factor he was in the game. But it doesn't surprise me that you guys saw Ed doing that.
You guys had a number of stops down by the goal line today to remain in the lead. Late in the game, offense goes for it on fourth down, turns the ball over in your own territory. How tough is it at that stage of the game after the way that you had played up to that point to defend that short field?
This is football. You're going to be put in all sort of situations. Doesn't matter if the offense turned the ball over the -2 yard line. You got a blade of grass, you got to defend it, and that was a decision that coach made to go for it, and that was the decision that was made, and we had to go out there, and now we got to come out, find a way to get a stop, and so I believe we didn't get a stop that. And that's just we got to find a way to get a stop when the offense when we get put in that situation.